Yes. It is now 5:23, time to call to order the Monday, April 21st Public Works and Infrastructure Committee meeting on Monday, April 21st. Can I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Flory.
Here.
Alderman Martinez.
Here.
Alderman Bolton.
Present.
Alderman Newsom.
Present.
Alderman Donnerworth.
Present.
You have a poem, ma'am.
Thank you. Can I get a first and a second? Item B is approval of minutes. Can I get a first and a second to approve the minutes from the last meeting, which I did not look up the date. This says April 21st, but that's today. So whatever the last meeting was, can I get a motion to approve the minutes from that meeting?
So move. Second.
Are there any questions to the motion? Let me get a date here.
It was April 7th.
April 7th. Got it, thank you. Any questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Item C is audience time. Is there anyone here that would like to address this committee about anything on the agenda? Going once, going twice? Okay. We'll move on to new business. Item 3A is a resolution approving engineering services from
Oh,
Waukegan.
actually, Alderman, there's one item on old business.
Old business, sorry, I passed right by that. Item 2, old business, an ordinance amending Division 2 of Article 2 of Chapter 18 of the Waukegan Code of Ordinances regarding address numbering for principal structures. This matter was presented in the April 7th meeting, but I believe it was held over. So can I get a first and a second motion?
So move.
Second.
Thank you. Are there any questions to this motion?
And just for everyone's understanding, there is a copy of the draft ordinance that was put in front of you. What we realized as we worked through this is that the code provision that deals with address numbering was only for houses. And based on the direction that we got from both the city council and from public works staff is that this should apply to, you should have to display your address on all structures. And so we rewrote this provision pretty significantly, but really the end result is that it applies to both commercial, industrial, or residential, and that it applies the city's addressing regime and how things are numbered to all buildings. It increases the penalty, which was previously $5, to $50 for each offense, and a further penalty of $50 for every 30 days after they've been notified and have not complied. So it's not a daily fine, but it is something that we do want people to have their addresses displayed.
Alderman Martinez?
Yeah, so we want them to get number signs, right? Are we going to have a dimension or like how big numbers can be? If not, we're going to have a lot of numbers, all kind of sizes and styles. And so I was wondering.
Well, I think we already have that. But I don't believe there's any specific size or, I mean, you can only buy them so small, but, I mean, I suppose if we end up with a lot of problems, I think I would say the majority of people already have the numbers on their house. There's just some that don't. Oh,
So
Stu's
the
going to correct
amendments
me.
do actually, and our code already did address this. So the code currently requires that address numbers must be not less than 3 inches in height and must be clearly legible from the public right-of-way. So that's what's in the code right now, and we really just were trying to make it clearer. So this is in the copy that's in front of you. It's in section 1859. So right now, you're already required to do that, and we just wanted to make it clear that it applies to all buildings.
Now these not for residency either. We're not. Have we looked at that? Is that also included with this, or just?
So this actually only applied to residences previously.
All right,
And now, but the problem is that it wasn't being enforced, and also it was, the penalty was only $5. So people weren't, this dates back to the 70s. So what Public Works had asked was, can we make this broadly applicable? Can we add a penalty, not a terrible one, but $50 if you don't have this? And that so people will start complying, especially in an age where people get a lot more things delivered now, and whether it be through Amazon or, Uber Eats, and having your number delivered is actually much more important than it used to be.
Yeah, for also paramedics and emergency vehicles.
That's actually the most important thing.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Donnerworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. So item 3A, new business, is a resolution approving engineering services from Gewalt Hamilton Associates Incorporated per section 2-458 subsection I-4 professional services for the fiscal year 2026 road program for a not-to-exceed amount of $203,275. Can I get a first and a second on this?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Are there any questions to this motion? Everybody wants roads done. Okay, can I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Donnerworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. So item B is a resolution approving engineering services from the same Gewalt Hamilton Associates Incorporated per section 2-458 subsection I-4 professional services for the fiscal year 2026 sidewalk program for a not-to-exceed amount of $142,855. Can I get a first and a second?
First.
Second.
Thank you, gentlemen. Are there any questions to this motion? Okay, everybody wants sidewalks. Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Donnerworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. Item C is a resolution approving retroactive approval of the emergency water valve repairs by Dom Mechanical for a not-to-exceed amount of $44,888 per section 2-458 subsection I to a bona fide emergency. Can I get a first and a second?
So moved.
I second.
Okay, thank you. This was emergency repairs to a water valve related to the water main breakdown near the lakefront, correct, Chris?
Antonio's going to speak on it. He's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. We had to close the valve to repair the 30-inch transmission main. And when we tried to open it back up, it seized up, so we had to get it replaced to get the 30-inch water main back in service.
Right. I remember hearing that now.
Okay.
Are there any questions regarding this? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Donnerworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. Item D is a resolution approving the rebuild of a 2010 Elgin Pelican sweeper by Standard Equipment per section 2-458 subsection I-7, a good faith waiver for a not-to-exceed amount of $60,051. Can I get a first and a second?
I so move.
Second.
Thank you. We're rebuilding a 2010 Pelican sweeper for this motion. We currently only have one operational sweeper, and this particular sweeper has not been operational for quite some time. Does anyone have any questions?
You only have one sweeper for the whole city?
Right now,
Currently?
but in a minute, we're going to get another one if we approve it.
Correct, yeah, for right now.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Absolutely, aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Donnerworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. So item E is a resolution approving the purchase of an Elgin Pelican sweeper from Key Equipment and Supply for a not-to-exceed amount of $185,000 per section 2-458 subsection I-3 joint purchasing through Sourcewell. Can I get a first and a second?
I so move.
Second?
Okay, so this is a rebuilt sweeper. I don't remember the year of it, but it doesn't have a whole lot of miles on it. It was leased to another community, and it's in very good shape. And this is a bargain compared to a new one. So any questions on this? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Fleury.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Donowitz.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. So item F is a resolution approving the purchase of a bucket truck from Alltech for a not-to-exceed amount of $233,596 per Section 2-458, subsection I3, joint purchasing through Sourcewell. Can I get a first and a second?
First.
Second?
Thank you. So they're requesting permission to purchase this bucket truck. The lightning loaders that Public Works currently have are older models that are having hydraulic issues and not functioning properly. And they have been in need of a bucket truck for several years, and they were able to find this one for a reasonable price in today's world. Does anybody have any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Fleury.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Donowitz.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. Item G is a resolution approving retroactive approval of the emergency shoring repairs for Greenwood Bridge by Campanella and Sons per Section 2-458, subsection I2, a bona fide emergency for a not-to-exceed amount of $29,232. Can I get a first and a second?
I so move.
Second?
Thank you, everyone. So this was emergency repairs that came up on that bridge. I think we've had to do this before. And we're hoping that this may be the last time we have to do this before we do the major work to replace the whole bridge. Does anybody have any questions about that? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Fleury.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Donowitz.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. Item H is a resolution approving an amendment for change order number 1 with Robinson Engineering for lead service line replacement inventory for a not-to-exceed amount of $150,000. Can I get a first and a second?
So move?
Second.
Thank you, gentlemen. In July of 2023, the council approved the work with Robinson Engineering to perform the lead line inventory work, which was 100% funded from the Illinois IPA. 100% funded from the Illinois IPA. Inventory rounds 1 and 2 grant awards for a not-to-exceed amount of additional $50,000 in funding. The engineering department is requesting approval for Robinson Engineering to perform additional lead line service inventory work for a not-to-exceed amount of $150,000. Does anyone have any questions to this? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Fleury.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Donowitz.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. Item I is a resolution approving the award of the Phase 1 engineering services and utility upgrades for the Washington Street corridor to Patrick Engineering, Inc., doing work as RENA Consulting, the lowest responsible bidder for a not-to-exceed amount of $1,279,793. Can I get a first and a second?
First.
Second?
Thank you, gentlemen. So some of us were involved in looking at these bids. The engineering is for the work on Washington Street from Green Bay to Sheridan, and it's not just repaving it, it's re-engineering it, making it safer, doing some work around the bike path. I'm hoping they do something around the school there to help address some of the traffic issues we have with the high school on Washington Street. Any questions to this motion?
Yes.
Alderman Bolton?
My question to Mr. Garland, did we not do an assessment of this like 4 or 5 years ago?
Jesus is going to answer that.
Sorry, say it again.
Yeah, Jesus is going to answer it.
Good evening, council members. The documentation that I received when I first started was that we did apply for the Lake County Council of Mayors for a Phase 1 engineering. That project was on the contingency list before 2021 when I started. 2021-22, we also reapplied after we approved our complete streets policy in order to get more points for the Phase 1 engineering. But the actual assessment, I don't have records of an approved PDR for that project, which is what this contract will achieve. What's a PDR? A PDR, it's the clearance for a Phase 1 engineering that will open up the doors for us to seek additional funding for Phase 2 and ultimately construction. Phase 3, we estimate this about being a $35 million project, so we have to be proactive in seeking grants. My department handles a lot of the grant work, so this is a very important step in that project.
So what you're saying is we applied previously, but nothing ever happened?
No, because typically with the Lake County Council of Mayors and other funding sources, the more prepared we are with an engineering report approved, the higher the ranking, and that's our goal here. We also have our consultant present. If you have any more questions about what they work, how they do the work, and their firm, they're here in case you have questions.
So you're talking like when they say shovel ready, right? Like how close to that you are?
Yes, if you want, I can bring up our consultant, Jared Sabolsky. He can explain a little bit more about the IDOT process. He does have experience with IDOT projects, and this is the firm that was acquired, that was the lowest, most responsible to complete the work.
Thank you, Jesus. My name is Jared Sabolsky. I'm with Patrick Engineering. I will be the project manager on this project. As Jesus mentioned, this is for the Phase 1 study. This is the planning, engineering, and environmental work that goes into designing what the future road will look like. And as Jesus said, this opens up the door then to get funding for Phase 2, which is the final design, preparation of contract plans, and then ultimately Phase 3, which is the construction. So Phase 1 is generally comprised of acquiring data along the corridor, analyzing that data, looking at alternatives for improvement, and then recommending a proposed improvement. Coordinating with all the stakeholders involved, including the schools and the business owners along the corridor. And then also working with IDOT to seek their approval in the project, because in order to make it eligible for federal funding, it needs to meet IDOT requirements and be approved by IDOT, the Project Development Report, or the PDR, which Jesus referred to. Does anyone else?
Thank you for that explanation. Does that answer your questions, Alderman Bolton?
Thank you so much, but I'm sorry, the microphone was down. What was your reason why we're doing we're redoing this again?
We're
Why
not
didn't
we're not
let me
redoing
allow
it.
him to answer.
We're
So
not redoing it.
So I can answer, we're not redoing this work. This is the first time we're doing the Phase 1 engineering work. So we have previously applied
Previously
to acquire
applied.
the funding to start the Phase 1 engineering. We were put on the contingency list with the Lake County Council of Mayors, which was our primary target source of funding. As the department gained more experience, now we're able to seek other state funds as well as other federal funds. But we know now how the federal government is behaving, so we must acquire the Phase 1 engineering as soon as we can to make sure that we have the funds available with the state to proceed with this transformational project.
thank you for that clarification. So what were some of the barriers before?
Can you repeat
What
that?
were some of the barriers before, if there were any?
Well, it's being ready. It's having that project development report that Jared mentioned. Typically takes about 2 years to acquire the signature from the Illinois Department of Transportation. The barriers that were there before, just not being ready with the engineering work to apply for the Phase 1 and the Phase 2 engineering.
Thank you for that clarification.
Okay, any other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Flory.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Donowitz.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. So item J is a resolution approving design and construction engineering services from Wiss Janney Elstner Associates, Inc. for repairs to the Waukegan Municipal Parking Garage per Section 2-458, subsection I-4, professional services for a not-to-exceed amount of $126,500. Can I get a first and a second?
First?
Second.
Thank you. This company, WJE, performed structural condition assessments on April 20th of '24 and November 15th of '24. The report summarized the conditions observed during the assessment of the garage and the repair recommendations in the corresponding, and the repair recommendations in the corresponding scope of work for this project. This phase of the project incorporates the work to develop the design, construction documents, specification, and field inspections. Basically, we're having some issues with that garage ongoing. We know we had water issues that we addressed before. Now I believe some of this is window leakage, settling, some different things like that. So this is the beginning work to start this repair. Does anybody have any questions about that? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Fleury.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bowden.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Donnerworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. So item K is a resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement between the City of Waukegan and IDOT to appropriate $553,300 for resurfacing of South Sheridan Road between Washington and the South Terminus. Can I get a first and a second?
First.
Second?
Thank you. So the engineering department submitted for a grant to the Lake County Council of Mayors, which Jesus just mentioned on another project, under the Surface Transportation Program on March 2022. Subsequently, it was approved for the fiscal 2023 to 2027 STP local program that was approved by the local council of mayors on August 25th, 2022. The approved program includes funding for the Sheridan Road resurfacing, and the city requested and received 100% federal funding with no local match required. So this is all federal money that's going to be used for this project. So hopefully no one has any objections to this. Are there any questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Fleury.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bowden.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Donnerworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. Item L is a resolution approving an LPA engineering agreement for Phase 3 engineering services for Sheridan Road resurfacing per Section 2-458 subsection I, professional services, for a not-to-exceed amount of $49,000. Can I get a first and a second on this?
First?
Second.
Thank you. So this is basically the engineering that goes along with that other project. So any questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Fleury.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bowden.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Donnerworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. Item M is a resolution approving the award of the fiscal 26 IEPA SRF-funded lead line service repair to Five Star Energy Services LLC for a not-to-exceed amount of $3,869,170. Can I get a first and a second?
So moved?
I second.
Thank you. So we were awarded a loan of $3,027,000 and qualified for loan forgiveness for this. So this is all being done again with money that does not have to come out of our pockets. So hopefully nobody has any questions about that. Roll call, please.
Alderman Fleury.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bowden.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Donnerworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. So item N is a resolution approving lead line service inspections with Robinson Engineering per section 2-458 subsection I4, professional services for an amount not to exceed $250,000. Can I get a first and a second?
First?
Second.
Okay, this is more work for the lead line service replacements that is going to Robinson Engineering. Being done in, we'll do 300 lead lines with this galvanized, replaced with galvanized service with the funding available for IEPA in fiscal year '25. Are there any questions to this motion? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Downingworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. So item O is a resolution approving the award of the 2025 water plant chemicals to multiple vendors for an anticipated amount of $330,000. Can I get first and a second?
First.
Second?
Thank you. So there's multiple vendors here, chlorine, the hydrofluoric acid, aluminum sulfate, blended phosphate, polymer coagulant aid. They went with the lowest qualified bidder for each one, and some are being, it's multiple vendors that are providing these. Does anybody have any questions to this? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Downingworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
So item P is a resolution approving the award of the 2025 to 2027 water meter bid to Badger Meter for the highlighted pricing, which I believe is $120,000. Can I get a first and a second?
So move.
I'll second.
Thank you. So the water department went out to bid for the water meter bid. The bid opening was April 7th. There was only one bidder. We were only given firm prices for the first year, as the second year's increase will be based off the CPI. It's anticipated that $120,000 may be spent for this bid for this fiscal year, and an increase based off the CPI versus this fiscal year's prices for next year. Anybody have any questions? Roll call.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Downingworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. Item Q, a resolution for improvement under the Illinois Highway Code fully funding the Phase 3 construction engineering in the amount of $49,000 being reimbursed through the STP program at project closeout. Can I get a first and a second?
First.
Second.
Thank you. Okay. So staff recommends that members approve this resolution under the Illinois Highway Code, fully funding the Phase 3 construction engineering in the amount of $49,000.
Just to give a little bit of background, this is a necessary resolution. This is associated with the Sheridan Road work. And because state funding is being used, even if there's a pass-through, we have to adopt this resolution basically to authorize that funding mechanism. It doesn't do anything additional than what you guys have already approved earlier in this meeting.
Okay, does anyone have any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Downingworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, and thank you for that explanation, Stu. There's no reports and communications. I do want to mention, I'm getting almost daily emails from Shannon about people who are getting their recycling bins pulled. I don't know if you guys have been getting any calls, but yeah. So just to be mindful that, you know, these guys do not mess around. I don't ever remember Waste Management doing this. So this new company is no joke. They're really holding people accountable for what they put in their recycling bins. So keep letting your residents know that they'll be on the list soon if they don't follow the rules. So it is now 5:53. I need a first and a second to adjourn.
First?
All in favor? Thank you, everyone.